Hello my gorgeous Taurus, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your weekly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you my gorgeous Taurini, and it's in between the 18th and the 24th of July 2022. When it comes to the beginning of this week, you are going to be facing a little challenge, very much so a challenging situation. It's going to become absolutely obvious because you will know that this challenging situation you are going to need to deal with, because if you don't deal with this challenging situation, you know, you are only going to slow yourself down, and you're not going to be happy with quite a few different aspects of your life. So this challenging situation is just not something that was like really it's gonna happen, and it's happened like out of the blue. This challenging situation was very much so holding you down over the last 7 to 8 months indeed. So now you are really gonna feel very strongly to actually deal with this. And this challenging situation is like really preventing you to preventing you from unlocking yourself. It's preventing you to unlock your spirit, and you will know it's very heavy in so many different ways, purely because it is, you know, just kind of like you will know what's making you feel unhappy. You will know what's making you feel uneasy. And you had a bit of a contemplation about this particular challenge that I'm talking about over the last few months indeed. So now it's just only going to be the moment where you're going to where you're going to realize that you are the one who needs to deal with this, no one else. And it's also where you're going to understand that, you know, oh my God, overanalyzing something can be so annoying, because by overanalyzing certain things in our lives, it's not that we necessarily lose our own power, but it's just kind of the whole picture becomes really distorted. And once the whole picture becomes really distorted, you're just not sure anymore like which part, you know, of the picture it's the brightest, you know, is the most important for you to actually follow. So that's just to remind you to try to not to overanalyze this situation whatsoever, because you will know deep within what do you need to do when it comes to that challenge. But it's also to do with the starting the process. It's all about you stepping towards the unknown, making the necessary step, and once and for all deal with this. And it's all about you. You know, you need to understand that it's a lot going to come through your own bravery, through your own self-esteem. So it's all about you kind of unlocking the spiritual moment within. So it's all down to you to make this necessary step. But this necessary step, it's like the beginning. This is connected to the beginning stages. For number one, when it comes to an unknown stage of your life, but then at the same time, it's a lot to do with your skill. It's a lot to do with your experience, and it's a lot to do with the knowledge that you gathered while you on this earth, for example. So it's pretty much so your soul purpose. It's going to be yet again highlighted. So it's all about understanding which necessary step do you need to make, but which necessary step you're finding so challenging indeed. So of course that this is going to be important, but also at the same time it's going to require from you to pay attention to the actual balance and pay attention to the emotional maturity that you're going to feel throughout this week. I'm not saying that you're not emotionally mature, but you're suddenly going to find yourself elevating quite nicely. Things that were getting on your nerves quite a lot, you're going to be able to kind of understand from a different point of view indeed. And this is going to be the clear sign and clear direction that for one, your spirit is growing. You've learned a very important lesson lately, and now for two, you know, it is required from you to make the necessary step. This is going to be absolutely important for you to do indeed. And on another hand, what else is going to happen to you at the beginning of the week, my gorgeous Taurini? There is going to be really important news, something special that you have been working on, something that you kind of like you have put so much your energy towards, something that you wanted to make happen, something that you were working on over the last like 12 months in particular. You know, maybe you were just focusing on something quite a lot. Maybe you were working on a specific thing. Maybe it's to do with a specific path, but it's to do a lot with something that was on your mind a lot, and also it's to do with a really great achievement. So it's to do with it, also to do with the things that you were working on, that you wanted to achieve, but they just haven't been happening. Nothing was happening whatsoever. So now, very important news you're actually going to have, and this is so good because it's going to happen at the best possible time. So even when you find yourself contemplating at the beginning of the week, oh my God, now you will know, when you become aware of this message, when you become aware of this achievement, this is going to mean to you so much, because it's to do with your own success, but also huge, massive answer. It's going to be answered here for you. This is going to inspire you to make the next step, but also at the same time you will know exactly what to do to protect yourself, to protect your finances, and to protect things that are actually yours, to protect your possessions and things like that. You are most importantly going to do the right thing here indeed. By the time you get to the meat part of this week, my gorgeous Taurinis, it's like, oh my God, this is brilliant. The energy is gonna pick up. You're gonna feel so good about yourself. You're gonna feel very kind of like very creative. And also at the time when you feel this creativity, something is going to start rising within you, and there is an inspiration that you're going to have. You're going to see something, but it's going to happen at the time when you feel so creative and creative with things that you love doing and you love expressing yourself with and things like that. So there is a very important inspiration that you are going to have, and this inspiration is absolutely brilliant, because at the same time, without you even realizing, something mind-blowing is going to happen. You're about to not only see the inspiration that is going to start, you're going to start buzzing within, literally. It's going to feel very strong. You will know that this is like, oh my God, it's coming from somewhere else. But at the same time, you are going to like kind of, that moment in time, you're going to plant something very strong, very powerful spiritual seed. You are at the same time, just by realizing this and by being inspired by something so important, without even realizing, you are going to give a birth to a certain creation. And this in itself, you should be very, very excited about, because over the next 12 months, it's all going to be about that. It's amazing. And even more so, you are going to have an absolutely, after that moment in time, you are going to have a really unexpected situation. Something is going to happen to you and it's going to blow you away. You're going to find yourself in a place, in an area that you did not plan whatsoever, but at the same time, you're going to kind of feel a little bit pressured, a little bit rushed in order to respond. And that situation is going to blow you away. Something is really going to surprise you. It's like, oh my God, but it's going to be good. But also you will know that if you don't respond immediately at that moment in time, you're not going to get nothing out of it. So you just need to also understand that you need to respond to that situation immediately, which is exactly what you're going to do. But the response, it's going to be completely different to what you normally would respond. And this is when the big mama subconscious mind comes in and takes care of it. And you are going to respond, and you're going to surprise yourself the way you're going to respond. But then at the same time, this is gonna start like, oh my God, it's gonna give you such a powerful idea as well. It's such a powerful idea when it comes to your home, when it comes to your immediate environment. You will know what to do, like in order to create, to make yourself even happier. Something that was missing within your immediate environment, within your home, it's going to be highlighted, and that in itself is going to be the right thing to do as well. And it's going to make you so much happier, and it's also going to remind you of the fact that this life is very, very short, and you have to make sure that you make the most of it indeed. So it's going to highlight the part of your life that you always wanted to do. It's something to do with your home, maybe the certain change, or maybe starting something with your home, or something that it's to do with your immediate at home, immediate environment, that you know that is going to make you feel so much happier. This is absolutely brilliant on so many different levels. And by the time you get to the last part of this week, or you are just going to start doing something just completely out of the blue, something additional, something out of the blue. You're going to start doing something completely additional, something that you're going to find like kind of like also a little bit challenging, but you're going to like it. You're going to like this so much. And that particular thing that you're going to start doing at around the end of the week was also pinpointed by someone who is so special in your life, by someone who knows you, someone who appreciates you, someone who loves you, someone who thinks the world of you, like a family member, a really great friend. It's going to point this out to you, that you should be doing this, like a suggestion or an idea. And by the time you get to the last part of this week, this is going to be highlighted. And this is also like kind of, oh my God, also something additional that is entering your life in terms of the skill that you already knew that you are aware of. It's the skill that you already knew that you are really good at, that you're very open, but you just have to like kind of be very, very spiritually open-minded, and you just have to kind of understand that now it's time to actually do this. So there is another thing that you're going to start doing, and this is going to mean to you so much indeed. On another hand, the last part of this week, oh my God, listen, you're gonna find some I don't like this people, I don't like this person, or it's a group of people that are gonna kind of maybe bring the worst out of you, you know, or the worst out in you, you know. No, the worst out of you. No, the worst in you. The worst in you. They will bring the worst in you. I don't like this person, and I don't like these people. I think it's actually to do with a group of people that is going to be kind of challenging you, but you just have to try to keep your cool whatsoever. I will repeat again that these people are going to be challenging you, and these people are not good people. These people are very dark people when it comes to their energy, and there is something is not quite right. And I also think that these people could have been like kind of responsible for maybe taking an advantage of you, and you're like kind of aware of this. And what you need to do is to preserve your energy, and do not waste your energy on people who don't mean anything to you, and don't do anything silly as well when it comes to that, because I see that you're going to be a little bit angry, but you just need to understand to rise above it, okay? Because if you make the step that you wanted to make, like kind of being angry and biting back, there is almost something that you will want to do, and I'm saying no, baby, no, because you're not going to open the can of worms. You're going to open a kind of snakes, really, here if you do this. So try to, I know it's easy for me to say, I know you're going to be challenged, and I know that you feel a little bit maybe used by this person or these people, but then at the same time, try to rise above it. It is very important indeed, because if you bite back, you're only going to kind of like, oh God, as I said, you're going to open the actual kind of, not kind of worms, but the kind of snakes, really. So your job is, when you are challenged, to actually try to rise above the situation and try to do everything in your power in order to, you know, just remove yourself from this type of people, from this type of energy, but at the same time try to kind of understand that, you know what, you have learned something very significant here, very special lesson, that it might have not been really, really nice, but then at the same time, at least it's going to open your eyes, and it's going to make you realize the importance of putting always yourself as number one, protecting yourself from little snakes, you know, but at the same time, also even more importantly, this is going to be superb, because also at the same time, it's going to, for one, give you the ability to understand things from a completely different angle. There is something so specific that you're going to understand, but especially about yourself, and especially what you're going to do next, and especially about your own ability and capability. This is going to be brilliant, because you will realize, like, oh my God, all this was actually really beneficial for me. Not only for you to understand, not only you're going to understand like completely different picture, which is going to reflect on yourself primarily, especially when it comes to the next step, and especially when it comes to your capability, and especially when it comes to you like kind of putting yourself as number one, and realizing and understanding, you know what, something really special is going to come out of it. I will know what the next step is going to be, and the next step is going to involve like a hard work, but also like kind of lots of solo things that you're going to have to do by yourself to achieve what you want to achieve in life. But at least you will know that you're on the right path, and at least you will know that you are doing the right thing. beginning. You are going to learn through these people, you are going to learn such a valuable lesson in your life. This is the beginning of change. This is the beginning of your own rebirth. This is the beginning of your own transition. And this is also the beginning of something very special coming into your life, you know. And you will know that the things that are on your mind, things that you want to do, and things that you want to achieve, there's so many blockages that are going to be shifted at that moment in time. And it's all going to be, it's all going to highlight the path that you should be on, that you should be focusing on, and that you should be doing. Indeed, this is the time of your own transformation, you know, but at the same time, you're gonna feel like a very strong kind of very strong energy to change things around you, kind of in your immediate environment quite a lot. And I'm saying this when we are going through our own transformation, very often we become bored with immediate things around us, and this is a very good and healthy sign. If you feel like you want to kind of change things around you towards the end of the week, please just do it. It's not only like changing things around is really good and healthy for us when it comes to feng shui and a really positive energy, you know, releasing positive energy around us, you know, but at the same time, you know, something is going to come to you because that energy is happening at the time of transformation. So you become very active, you become kind of very bored with the certain things around you, which is a very healthy sign that you are going through your own spiritual quest. So as soon as you kind of throw yourself into that energy, as soon as you do what comes to you to do through this vibration, it's actually going to give you so many ideas, but most importantly, it's going to highlight things that you have to be courageous about. And the more you do this, the more you're going to spiritually grow, and the more you're going to be aware of how much do you want to make the necessary step in your life. Okay, my gorgeous Taurini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. So I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous Taurinis. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.